Hey kids, it's Mr. Robinson here, and today we're going to be doing some algebra. And so, with algebra today, we are going to be solving for x. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with number one. Number one, we're going to do x plus 9 equals to 0. Okay, so with this right here, first, when it comes to solving for x, we need to get x by itself. Okay, so get x by itself on one side. And so to do that, we're going to have to subtract 9 on both sides. And it's going to cancel out right there. And it's going to be x equals to negative 9. And so that's what our x is going to equal in this equation. X is going to equal to negative 9, okay? And so what's important, again, is that we want to get x by itself to figure out what x's value is, all right? So let's go and let's work on another one, okay? So I'm going to erase. Okay, let's do, all right, number 2. We're going to do 2x plus 5 equals 10. Okay, so look, we got to get x by itself, all right? And so what we're first going to do is we're going to subtract 5 from both sides, okay? So that's going to cancel right there, and then 10 minus 5 is going to be 5, and then that leaves us with the 2x. We're going to bring that 2x down, all right? And so it's going to be 2x equal to 5. And so because it's 2 times x, that's what 2x means, we're going to have to do the opposite. We're going to have to divide by 2. And so those are going to cancel out. We have to divide by 2 on this side. And we're going to get x equals 5 over 2 as our answer. Now, your teacher may let you keep your answer like this, or your teacher may want you to have your answer in a decimal form. To get it in a decimal form, all you have to do is 5 divided by 2. And you can put that in your calculator if you have one. And you're going to get 2.5. And so you can have your answer. If your teacher wants it in decimal form, it will be x equals 2.5. And there's other ways your teacher may want your answer. Your teacher may want you to round your answer. And so just pay attention to the instructions that are on the paper or the instructions that your teacher gives you, okay? All right, let's go to the next one. All right. Number 3. Okay, we have 12x plus 3 equals 20. Okay, so similar situation to the last problem. And so for this problem right here, what we're going to do is we're going to minus 3 on both sides. All right, that's going to cancel out. We're going to have 12x left on this side equal 20 minus 3, that's going to be 17. And so now we're going to do 12 divided. So since that's 12 times x, we're going to do the opposite of multiplication. We're going to divide. And then we're going to do 12 divided by 12. We're going to do 12x divided by 12, and those are going to cancel out. And then we have to divide by 12 on this side, and we're going to get x equals to 17 over 12. And just like how the last problem, your teacher may want your answer in decimal form, so you may have to divide 17 divided by 12. And even with your decimal form, with your answer in decimal form, your teacher may want you to round it. So just pay attention to the instructions given by the teacher or the instructions on the paper. And if both, if your teacher gives instructions and also has instructions on the paper, pay attention to both of those things. All right. And let's go to number 4. Let's do number 4. Okay, so let me erase. All right. All right, this one's a little different. Okay, so we're going to do x divided by 4 plus 1 equals 17. All right, so this isn't, x being multiplied by something in this situation. Initially, it's x being divided by something. X is divided by 4. X over 4. And so, well, not x divided by 4, but this is x over 4 now. X divided by 4. Yeah, same thing. And so it's a little different. We're used to seeing x have a coefficient in this situation, but in this situation, not in this situation, we're used to seeing x have a coefficient, but in this time, there is, x is in kind of a fraction form in a way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what we've been doing. We're going to first start off with subtraction. And so not always are you going to subtract. Sometimes depending on the operation right here is depending on what you'll do. But for this situation, we're going to subtract. All right, so we're going to do -1 on both sides. That's going to be 16. All right, and x over 4. And so because this is division, x divided by 4, we're going to multiply by 4. And so that's going to cancel out. We have to do that on both sides. And we're going to get x equals, and on the side I'm going to do 16 divided by 4. And you may have a calculator that you can use. And so 6 times 4 is 24. And then 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And so our answer is going to be x is equal to 64. And so with solving for x, always remember that you want to get x by itself to then figure out what the value of x is. And so on that note, class and everyone, we are done with this topic. And so I hope this video was very, very helpful. And I appreciate every single one of you for taking the time out your day to watch this video. I hope you learned something. Everyone have a nice one.